What's up, guys? How you doing?
Up?
Q here with my partner in crime, Rory. What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up?
All right, we are in the lair, as Rory calls it, the
lair.
Arsenal Inc. Studios. So, wanted to come to you guys today and talk to you guys about a lot of important things, but we got actual experts, not me and this Yahoo over here. We got real guys here today.
Is that all I am to you?
this Yahoo. So let's get them on camera and introduce them. We got Rick Vasquez and Fred Pyrie from Active Crisis Consulting. What's going on, fellas? You guys are experts. I know you're humble, but you guys are experts. Let's let the people know who you are. Give a quick little bio. I'll start with you, Rick. I know you got 20 plus years in the Marines, but you've done a lot more since then. Give us a quick little rundown so people know your background.
I'll give you the 5-second overview.
All right. Give me the elevator speech.
Worked for Diplomatic Security Service, worked for ATF, private consulting company and security processes. We've done a lot with security, and we're looking to do more. And here's my business partner, Fred Pyrie.
Good, thanks, Rick. Former Marine, did close to 20 years, retired from Diplomatic Security Service, served and worked in about 120-some countries around the world.
Wow.
Been in private industry, held chief operating officer, senior vice president for companies doing security and training for the government. And partnered up with Rick and Jared on Active Crisis Consulting, looking to do more government contracting, security work for the commercial, and training.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
So we got the experts.
We got the experts.
When
I go to sleep and dream, guys, I dream to do what you guys. I could live a lifetime and I wouldn't, a quarter of what you guys have done. So appreciate what you've done. Appreciate what you're doing for the country. So let's get into it. So
yeah, let's get into it today.
What are we talking about today, Roy?
Well, I think today we're going to talk about tripwires and what they are and what you need to be aware of. And this is something that Rick had talked about with us before, but I think we're going to get in a little bit more detail about it today.
Tripwires, they're clues or indicators that demonstrate where things are, especially around this pandemic, in your environment. And what do I mean by the environment? Where you live. The tripwires could be indicators, and they're going to be different depending where you live. You guys are in Vegas. We're on the East Coast right now. Our tripwires are going to be different because of the area that we live in and different indicators.
Sure.
Some of them, it gives us a good snapshot, and you need to update your tripwires every couple days to take a look at it. And we'll go through a couple of these. And one I'm taking a look at it is public transportation. What's going on? It gives us a snapshot of what's happening in the infrastructure. Are the buses and trains, the metro running in our area? Yeah, they are at a reduced schedule.
Right.
Airports, your airport may be different at out in Vegas there than we've got Dulles, Reagan, and BWI in Baltimore here. And they have reduced the flights.
So
yeah, we've seen some pictures of that for sure.
They've reduced them.
So give me an example. So we talk about public transportation. What is something that I should be looking at? What should I be looking at concerning public transportation that should kind of like make something go off in my head, guys?
Well, let me hit on that. For the East Coast, public transportation is key. And if you're trying to go to work, if you're an essential person, or you're trying to get to a location where you don't own a car, you need to be listening to the news and trying to find out what trains are running, what buses are running, or you're going to be stranded. So that's a tripwire for you so that you don't end up being stranded in a unsecure area or away from your family.
Okay.
Or a bad situation, unable to get home.
Yeah. They love their cars. So they're out, if you're an essential employee, they're taking their cars versus public transportation to their places. So a good indicator is for us if it's still running, even though it's at a reduced rate. They're still running, so people do have access to that. And also, taxis are still running. People are calling up Ubers, things like that.
Okay, so now kind of got an idea of exactly what a tripwire is. So we looked at, so that's public transportation. What's another sector, I guess you guys could say, now that we've established what a tripwire is? What's another?
Something that Fred and I
stores is a good one.
Why tripwires are really important. Fred worked in Beirut. I worked in Colombia. I worked in Russia. He worked in other countries. You start looking at these indicators that crime may be happening because the subways aren't running. When I was in Colombia in the 80s, if nobody was on the street at night, it made you think something was going on, and most likely they got word that a bomb was going to go off.
Okay.
And we're going to the extreme, but that's the importance of tripwires. And Fred can just give you an example in Beirut.
Yeah, one of the things, I did 2 tours in Beirut, and, we use an emergency action plan with the State Department.
Sure.
It's a comprehensive plan that looks at a lot of different things. And I was over there in the early 90s, right after their Civil War. And then back in right at 9/11, I was actually over there when the planes went into the towers.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
We would look at transportation there because our method in and out was the airport. So if they started reducing things, then the ambassador, the emergency action committee would meet, and we may have to downsize. So that's what a lot of the embassies are doing overseas. You're looking at, are we restricted to be able to leave that country?
Right.
Wow,
It's a
good
little
point.
different here because we're looking at it from the U.S.
Sure.
and
Sure.
it's affecting the worldwide. So we have to look at, if you're restricted in your area where, hey, I'm an essential employee, but I can't get to work. That's where it really matters.
So let's go down another avenue, guys. So Rick, give me another example. Give me another sector. We went public transportation. What's another? Give me
We
another.
always talk about stores, considering all of us have to go out to the stores.
Okay.
We're going to hit right on sporting goods stores and gun shops.
Okay.
These are very good tripwires, good indicators of what's going on in your environment. We've all seen the videos, the photographs of people lined up around gun shops.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Firearms, trying to buy ammunition. Then all of a sudden, many of these governors shut down gun stores. They were non-essential. So fortunately, personnel saw this tripwire. That was a key tripwire, that gun stores were not open, so they fought the governors. And a majority of the states have now allowed gun shops to open up, maybe on an appointment basis, maybe on a few people in the store basis. And then what happened? ATF came out with this great determination. I don't know if you guys saw this.
We did.
But ATF said your premises are your parking lot. The area outside of your store is your premises. So now gun shops are setting up outside.
Right.
If you're, and one of the things I want to hit on again, I hate to say this, but KVAR. KVAR could be selling firearms outside right now. They could be
Rick, it's funny you brought that up. Let me interject for a second, because a lot of people don't know this, but I know across the country there's shortages, things are going on. KVAR, k-var.com, again, for you guys out there.
Yep.
They did a really, really good job. I've actually made a lot of purchases since this thing started. So they are fully stocked up on all your ammo, got great deals on ammo. So be sure to go there,
Sales
guys.
every week.
Sales every week. And so it's definitely a site. Rick brought it up, and I want to step into that a little bit so you guys know that there is a source out there where everybody's saying that there's nothing out there. k-var.com. They got what you need.
Yeah, we've been sending all of our friends over there.
I'm going to follow up on that just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm a consultant to the entire firearms industry, and we have seen the shortages, people calling around. And I want to call out to all those people that I support that if you need ammunition, if you need 9mm pistols and shotguns, make sure you check KVAR.
That's where I went.
Yeah, make sure you go to k-var.com because they are well in stock right now, and they have it.
Rick brought it up. If you guys aren't familiar, Rex Delta. Look up the brand. Been around for about 25 years out of Slovenia. A lot of stock in place right now. Great concealed carry weapon. Striker Fire polymer. It's a great piece. So look it up. Rex Delta. Plenty in stock. You got your gun. You got your ammo.
A lot of Home Depot, Lowe's, the hardware stores, drug stores are essential, so they're all open. If I were to drive around in our area here, right outside the D.C. metro area here, and you weren't from the area there, it would look almost normal, except that the volume of traffic has dropped considerably.
Sure.
But
Same here.
A lot of the stores are open. They're doing the curbside pickup. What's another good thing is the small food services, Domino's, your mom and pop sandwich shops and stuff are open, and they're doing, curbside pickup. So that's a good indicator that some of the small businesses are open and people have access to the food supply.
Yeah, I think these businesses
repair shops are also open. Life goes on and cars break down if you're driving them. The volume's not on the road, as you can see, reflective in oil prices and gas is cheap. but still, it's an essential service that needs to continue to stay open.
So guys, give us another Tripwire. I want to cut you guys off, but I want to keep it tight for our viewers out there. What's another sector rather of a Tripwire?
Maybe something we're not thinking of.
Real quick, one of them people aren't thinking about is these truck drivers. You're seeing in certain areas that the trucks aren't going through. Why aren't they going through? They have no bathrooms. They have no place to stop. They have no place to get fuel.
Yeah.
We're not seeing this in this part of Virginia right off of 81. So if you are running a convenience store or running a fast food service, definitely allow the truck drivers to come in and use your bathrooms so they will stop and deliver groceries to your area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one now is we're seeing a food supply. And I'm sure some of you have seen
News,
I've been seeing that the last few days, Tyson Foods and chicken and meat,
I mean, the CEO came out and basically said that the supply chain with food is very vulnerable at this point. And what's the background behind that? Well, if you look at the chain, the producers, the farmers, they have the cows, the pigs, the chickens. However, trucks are able to transport them. It's the processing plant. The pork processing and the chickens right now and the beef. Smithfield Foods, JBS Pork Processing had closed down because their employees, the people who process the meat, are sick with coronavirus. So
sure.
I heard about that.
And then
it's
start
crazy
testing before they allow the guys and women to come back in.
So listen,
that's something I see is probably temporary. We're going to have a hiccup there, but again, the source is there. It's just the actual processing, and then from there, trucks be able to pick it up and then get it to the store.
Let me ask them real quick. Yeah. So, what's your guys' take on our first responder services right now? Like, how do you think those guys are being impacted, and do you think that we're ever going to see any issues with that, maybe in our local cities with our first responder services at all?
Good
if
question.
Some of them maybe get sick because they are dealing with the public on a day-to-day basis. I mean, EMS is out there every day, and if they pick up a patient that this person has no idea that they know they have the virus or something like that, then,
I think, first of all, we're extremely fortunate with where we're at in the United States today. Our first responders are so dedicated, it's absolutely unbelievable. Secondly, I do believe there will be a shortage. They are going to be sick just like everybody else. And then their family becomes sick. So it's extremely important for volunteerism right now. They're looking for volunteers to come out and aid. And if you're in that capability, if you have personal protective equipment that you can share with the first responders, I think it's critical that we get that equipment to them. And I think the way they give them a hand on a daily basis, they deserve it. Because I don't want that job.
And let me give a quick shout out to some people out there that I know. There are some employees right now from some casinos on the Strip, one of them being Caesars, and those employees have actually said, you know what, we're not going to sit at home. And they have EMT and AEMT certifications, and they're actually out there volunteering right now at the Clark County Fire Department.
Wow.
So let's show a little love to those guys. Quick shout out.
That's amazing. Doing more than I'm doing.
Doing more than they could be sitting at home, but they're out there serving their public.
That's Vegas strong right there. Vegas strong.
Even in your own neighborhood, the neighborhood watch. You can be the eyes and ears for the police.
Yeah, every little bit.
Seeing property crime on the increase.
Every little bit.
Help them out.
All right, so look, we got to cut this short. We know you guys could ask questions for days. These guys got a wealth of knowledge. We appreciate their time. ActiveCrisis.com. Want to give them a shout out. But remember us, questions@arsenalinc.com. If you guys got questions you want to ask these guys, send them to us. We'll make sure we get them. We'll have them back on again. So we appreciate you guys. Fred, Rick, appreciate your time. You guys be safe out there.
Thank you.
Again, don't forget, Roy, our social channels.
Yeah, we're still talking to everybody on Instagram. We're still talking to everybody on Facebook, in addition to here on YouTube. And if you got those questions, that you'd like us to, feature on a segment with Rick or Fred, please send them to questions@arsenalinc.com.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Be safe. Watch out for those tripwires. Next time.